road. Inú wa dùn láti sọ fún yín pé a rí wọn lánàá. A bẹ̀ wọ́n. Àwọn orin tá à ń kọ yẹn, wọ́n ní kí ló fà á? A ní abẹ́ sọ yín di comrade mi. Ìdọ́kṣọ̀ la ṣe fún wọn yẹn. So I present to you your old man, your governor. Comrade! Abiodun! On behalf of the entire workforce of Oyo State, in any way we might have hurt you, you don't deserve such from us. You've given us much. We are sorry. And yesterday you let us realize that everything we asked for, you're gonna give it to us. Even the statements made out of annoyance, because our la mú ọ̀gá bínú, ọ̀gá ní àwọn tí fòdá, cooperative ni and some other things. If you have anything, the door is open, we should bring it to the table. But ó máa dá akẹ́gbọ́n lẹ́nu wọn gan. And above all, they just want to hear your voice. They want to see your face. So I give you your man. Over to you, sir. Orin yẹn dáa, a kò wá kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ọlọ́run tó lẹ́rù ni ó bá gbé. Ọlọ́run tó lẹ́rù ni ó bá gbé.
And I promised them that every quarter now we'll have a parley with the leadership labor. Because tí ògiri ò bá lanu, bẹ́ẹ̀ni. So gap tó wà yẹn, we will ensure we close it. And for this 1 week, tí ẹ dúró síbẹ̀ yẹn, it has been a loss. You can see it in the internal revenue of the state. And most of the things tẹ́ ń béèrè fún owó náà ni a fi ṣe. So please and please, in any human relationship, kò lè ṣe kíjà máwà ó máa lè ṣe kíjà máwà tíjà bá dé ó yẹ ká parí ẹ̀ ó kò lè ṣe kíjà máwà ó. So a ti parí ìjà tó wà and we are one. See office, will go with the leadership, and then if it issues power, they will come back to you. Thank you, and God bless you.
That's not set mic one. One more person. Okay. Let me to okay. Guys, let me to Yes, comrade. One of your requests while you were protesting was the need for the governor to speak to your members. Now the governor has addressed. What is the next line of action?
As you can see, that goes a long way in the mind of everybody. We all are happy today, and once again he has proved himself to be the workers' friendly governor. We are much happy, and we give that to him. We appreciate that gesture from His Excellency.
So what should your people expect after today, sir?
He's out of all our agitations. He has really attended to some, and he gave us his word that we should resume back to the table to negotiate for the remaining parts. Tẹ́yìn náà bá rí bí ojú ọjọ́ ṣe rí inú gbogbo òṣìṣẹ́ Ọ̀yọ́ State ló dùn. Yàtọ̀ sí pé a béèrè fáwọn nǹkan kankan, a sọ wípé gómìnà tí ẹ̀ yọjú sí wa bá a ṣe ń rí wọn l'Ábùjá nínú fọ́tò yẹn, bá a ṣe rí wọn lè nínú gbogbo wa dùn gan. Ó jẹ́ nǹkan ayọ̀ fún wa. Àwọn nǹkan tá a béèrè pé afẹ́ ilé wọ́n ti ṣàwọn kan. Àwọn ètò kù nǹkan wọ́n ní ká máa bọ̀ ká jọ sọ bàbá ṣe máa jọ ṣe. Kí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ máa retí fún àpẹẹrẹ deductions oṣù mẹ́fà ni wọ́n ti san 4 bẹ̀. Wọ́n á ní tóṣù táwọn náà bá ti parí àwọn á san 2 yòókù pé kò dẹ̀ ní sí pé à ń jẹ deduction mọ́. Promotion letters wọ́n ti ń tẹ̀ nígbà àtìgbà tá a ti wà lẹ́nu ọ̀nà yẹn náà ti ń tẹ̀ wọ́n ráyè lẹ́tà yẹn máa jáde. Gratuity wọn náà máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní san tóṣù ìgbà ti parí. Àwọn yòókù palliative fún òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì àtàwọn aráàlú. Tẹ́ bá fetí sí àwọn nǹkan tó sọ wọ́n ní àwọn ètò kan fáwọn aráàlú àbẹ̀rẹ̀ báwo òṣìṣẹ́ àtàwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì nǹkan wọ́n ní ká máa bọ̀ bàbá ṣèjọ máa wò sí. Wọ́n tí àwọn nǹkan mìta bá tún fẹ́ ní ká kọ́ wà.
Okay, can you take that briefly in English? Some of the petitions you presented for him and his response.
Part of our demands was that we asked that the 6 months outstanding deductions be paid, and during the struggle they have paid for, they have worked it out, but simply because we were not on duty we couldn't receive the alert. He said after that by the end of this month the 2 remaining deductions will be paid. The outstanding promotions of 2021, they've typed the letter simply because workers were not on duty last week. We will have dispatched the letters to them. So now that we resume, we believe that the letters will be rolled out. Then as per gratuity, he also promised that by the end of this month, the state government will begin to pay gratuity. Then we demanded for some other things. He said we should come to the table for negotiation and let's see how we work things out for the benefit of all.
You talked about poor representation, that in between you, there is poor representation. Presenting your destiny. Is there still a loggerhead in that regard?
Actually, what aggravates started the whole thing in Sibi because there was a big gap of communication between us and the government. And kudos to the SSD as well. She summoned a meeting yesterday. We were together and we've mapped out how we'll be having the quarterly meetings. Either the governor is around or not. And that will strengthen the cord between the labor force and the government in the states. We're very much happy about that as well.
Your name once more. Your name once more.
I remain Commissioner Olusegun Martinez, the chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress State Council.
That was suffice.
Fún gbogbo olólùfẹ́ BBC News Yorùbá tí ó dédé já wọn tá a fi hàn yín láti ọ́fíìsì gómìnà Seyi Makinde tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. A wà níbi tí ó jẹ́ gbàgede ọ́fíìsì gómìnà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ní Àgbègbè Agodi nílùú Ìbàdàn níbi tí gómìnà Seyi Makinde ti bá wọn òṣìṣẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí wípé kí wọ́n dákun kí wọ́n ṣe ìṣòro ìyanṣẹ́lódì tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan tó lé sẹ́yìn báyìí. Gómìnà ní gbogbo ẹ̀dùn ọkàn wọn lè nígbà wo ilé kí wọ́n sì má bínú bóun ti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀rọ amóhùnmáwòrán ní òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ pé ara tàwọn náà ni gómìnà ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí ènìyàn lẹ́yìn ara ó jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa ṣe ohun tá máa wò náà lórí ó sì pàrọwà sí wọn pé láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà ohun tí wọ́n fẹ́ lò wọ́n ṣe ṣùgbọ́n kí wọ́n padà sẹ́nu iṣẹ́ láti àárọ̀ òní. Lẹ́yìn tí gómìnà Seyi Makinde bá wọn ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ tán ló mú àwọn aṣojú ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ wọlé tí wọ́n lọ tẹ̀síwájú lẹ́nu ìpàdé tí wọ́n ti ń jíròrò lórí ohun tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ gómìnà. Ó ti lé ọ̀sẹ̀ kan sẹ́yìn báyìí tí ọ̀rọ̀ ti ń wáyé lórí pé àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ń béèrè ọ̀kan ọ̀jọ̀kan ẹ̀tọ́ wọn léyìí tó jẹ́ pé a rí nínú ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n àyọkọ̀ owó oṣù wọn kí wọ́n dá padà síbẹ̀. Gómìnà tí lóun ṣe gbó wọ̀nyí ṣùgbọ́n káwọn náà ó dákun kan padà sẹ́nu iṣẹ́ torí àìsí wọn lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ láti bí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan sẹ́yìn ti pa tí ò dákun ọrọ̀ ajé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Láti ọ́fíìsì gómìnà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ la wà nílùú Ìbàdàn ní Àgbègbè Agodi bí ìkọ̀wá ṣe ń lọ sí lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láǹfààní láti máa gbọ́ àti láti máa wò síwájú àti síwájú sí lórí kan ní BBC News Yorùbá. Ẹ ṣeun ẹ kú àdúrótì wa.
My dear good people of Oyo State, I'm addressing you today to share our short-term plans, which will play a huge role in alleviating the effects of the removal of fuel subsidies and the resultant economic difficulties being faced by our people. You will recall that on June 9, 2023, following the removal of fuel subsidy, we announced measures to be taken to cushion the effect of the removal. We gave directives that the number of Omituntun buses on various routes in Ibadan should be increased and that commuters must pay a reduced fare on these buses. Additionally, our senior citizens and students should board the buses at half price. We have received feedback that this immediate action has benefited our people. We promise that more will be done. Our plan has always been to roll out sustainable actions in keeping with our promise of sustainable development under Omituntun 2.0. Having been in government for the first 4 years, we know it is easier to make promises than to keep them. After wide consultations, we have arrived at decisions that we believe will be of the most benefit to the good people of Oyo State. In reaching these decisions, we considered the importance of using these economic packages to stimulate our economy and bring about sustainable development. Therefore, the Oyo State government has resolved to take the following actions tagged Sustainable Actions for Economic Recovery, SAFER. Our SAFER package will ensure a softer landing for the poorest of the poor and the most vulnerable. It will also address the need for food security through direct intervention to our farmers. Additionally, we shall be making provisions that will ease the transportation pains of our civil servants and other residents of Oyo State. Let me now share the details of our SAFER package. 1. Following the pattern of our actions during the COVID-19 pandemic, we are updating our social register to include 200,000 of the poorest of the poor. This will be provided with immediate food relief packages. As usual, we will ensure transparency in the registration process so that only those who qualify will get this immediate relief. We'll be providing health insurance for 100,000 of our most vulnerable citizens. We'll be paying their one-year health insurance premium under the Oyo State Health Insurance Agency, OSHA scheme, so that they have access to quality health care without paying out of pocket. The Omitutu bus service will be extended to cover intercity routes from Ibadan to all other zones of Oyo State. Details of their routes will be released in the coming weeks. So we will have the buses going from Ibadan to Ibarapa, Ibadan to Ogbomoso, Ibadan to Okeogun, and Ibadan to Oyo. The fares will be kept at low rates, while our senior citizens and students will board the buses at half price. Our farmers have not been left out. To ensure food security, we will be distributing additional inputs to 10,000 farmers. This is in addition to the input support being provided under the World Bank-assisted Oyo State CARES program. Further details will be released through the relevant agencies in the coming weeks. Our youth agripreneurs, who were trained under the Youth Entrepreneurship in Agribusiness Project, YEP, and have established businesses, will also have an opportunity to contribute to food security and sustainable development, as they will receive enterprise support of 500 million naira under the SAFER package. They will get further directives on how they will benefit from the relevant agencies. We have also resolved to assist small businesses to stay afloat through low interest rate loans with the provision of 500 million naira facility. Our traders, artisans, and other small business operators can apply for these loans through designated microfinance banks. Details of how they may enroll for and access these loans will be announced by the relevant agencies. Tertiary institution students in Oyo State will board the Omitutu buses at half price upon showing their school identity card. We will also be meeting with the student leaders of tertiary institutions in Oyo State to agree on further measures which will be added to the SAFER package for students. Before I announce the next part of our SAFER package, it is imperative that I make the following observations. In the last week, the Oyo State leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, have made it impossible for Oyo State civil servants to resume work at the State Secretariat. As a government, we believe individuals and groups have a fundamental right to protest. However, we also believe in the axiom, your right ends where the right of others begins. Therefore, while the leadership of the union may choose to continue with their protest, they do not have the right to restrict the workers in Oyo State from accessing the Secretariat to carry out their duties as usual. With the Oyo State economy being fragile, any act that disrupt the economic wheels of the state is economic sabotage. I have therefore directed the state security apparatus to ensure that the workers of Oyo State regain access to the Secretariat starting this Monday, August 7, 2023. I'm also, by this, directing all workers of Oyo State to resume at their duty post on Monday, August 7, 2023. As a government, we remain open to parleying with the labor to ensure that the rights of the workers of Oyo State are protected. We encourage the union leaders to return to the negotiating table to discuss any increases in salary or possible harmonization of pension payments. Let me also state that the Oyo State government remains one of the most favorably committed to workers' welfare in the entire Federation. Since May 2019, we have paid all civil servants' salaries and pensions on or before the 25th of every month without fail. And since January 2020, we have paid the minimum wage and consequential adjustments to all cadre of civil servants every month without fail. Presently, the civil servant wage bill stands at 7.2 billion naira monthly. We have continued to pay this, despite having a state revenue of just below 10 billion monthly. It is therefore clear to understand why any increase in salaries or pensions may not be possible at this time. However, as part of the safer package, the Oyo State government has resolved to 1. Increase the number of buses made available for civil servants to commute to and from work from 9 to 12. This will ensure that more routes are covered and lessen the transportation burden of our dear workers. The 2-month cooperative deductions being owed Oyo State workers will be paid along with their August 2023 salaries on the same GSM date. Going forward, the workers who choose to continue making cooperative contributions will work directly with their cooperatives, as the Oyo State government will no longer be making any deductions at source for these cooperatives. We will pay the health insurance premium for all pensioners under the Oyo State Health Insurance Agency OSHA scheme. Any pensioner who has already made payments will be refunded. We remain committed to caring for our dear pensioners who served our state in their youth by ensuring that they continue to receive their pensions promptly along with other workers on the GSM dates. We will resume the monthly payment of gratuities to our pensioners to continue to clear the backlog of gratuity payments inherited by our administration. We are sure that with the implementation of the safer package in the coming weeks, the Oyo State economy will continue to be strengthened and the pains being experienced by our people will be lightened. Also, with the appointment of commissioners for the various ministries, we will begin to implement the Oyo State Roadmap for Sustainable Development 2023 to 2027 for the benefit of the good people of Oyo State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live Oyo State.